Granddaddy G, Bruno, and this is Spoken Word Sunday with Granddaddy G, episode 39. This is Sunday, May 5th, 2019, Cinco de Mayo. We want to wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is an annual celebration held on May 5th. It's observed to commemorate the Mexican Army's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. And it doesn't have anything to do with tequila or American bars and restaurants or guacamole and chips. In Mexico, it's basically celebrated in the city of Puebla with military parades and so forth. And it is not the Mexican 4th of July. Mexican Independence Day is in September. It was simply a victory over France. And in America, we celebrate it in many different ways. One of the interesting facts that I found about Cinco de Mayo is that Americans eat a staggering 81 million pounds of avocados. In the U.S., Cinco de Mayo is associated with drinking, and Americans are likely to celebrate with a margarita or three. The spicy, salty beverage makes up 14% of American cocktail spending. That's $2.9 billion spent on margaritas every year. And I think in my lifetime, I've probably drank enough margaritas to fill up a swimming pool. I looked through my poems to see if I had any poetry that was appropriate for Cinco de Mayo. And I found this from Tequila Willie's, Manhattan Beach, California in the 1980s. It's part of the El Torito chain. It's no longer there. It was in a shopping center, Rosecrans and Aviation. I think it's actually a store there now. But I wrote a poem on a napkin here. January 12th, 1989. That's a over 30-year-old salsa stain there in the corner. So this is a valuable artifact somebody will find one day. The poem is called Reality Again. Late nights, bright lights, music loud, party crowd, bartenders, pretenders, all surrender to the darkness outside, try to hide from reality again. Look around, hear the sound of your mind from behind your eyes, telling lies to the disguises that you wear. Try to bear reality again. Home at last from the past, can you stay another day? Anyway, you look at it, you lose, if you choose. Reality again. Reality again, is it now or was it then? Reality again, do you borrow or do you lend? Reality again. In a dream, swim upstream, overflowing, never knowing when to stop and when to start. Inside your heart are the secrets that you keep when you sleep through reality again. Yeah, that's the problem with drinking, is that you try to escape reality by drinking, escape your problems. The only thing is that you end up with the same problems you had when you started, plus a bunch of new problems as a result of drinking. So that's one reason I don't drink anymore. So I hope you have a safe and happy Cinco de Mayo, if you do celebrate it. And I thought I would pay tribute to one of the greatest Mexican-American poets, Sandra Cisneros. She is a Mexican-American writer best known for her first novel, The House on Mango Street, and her subsequent short story collection on Women Hollering Creek and other stories. And she has many great novels as well as poems. She was born December 20th, 1954. So she is 8 months younger than me, born in Chicago, Illinois. She went to Loyola University, Chicago. And I went to Loyola University, LA here for a while. So, looks like I have a lot in common here with Sandra. One of her greatest poems is a poem called Cloud. The poem begins with a quote from the great Buddhist master, Thich Nhat Hanh, Tibetan, actually he's from Thailand. I've read some of his books. Wonderful, wonderful man. He says, if you are a poet, you will see clearly that there is a cloud floating in this sheet of paper. Before you became a cloud, you were an ocean, roiled and murmuring like a mouth. You were the shadow of a cloud, crossing over a field of tulips. You were the tears of a man who cried into a plaid handkerchief. You were a sky without a hat. Your heart puffed and flowered like sheets drying on a line. And when you were a tree, you listened to trees and the tree things trees told you. You were the wind in the wheels of a red bicycle. You were the spidery Maria tattooed on the hairless arm of a boy in downtown Houston. You were the rain rolling off the waxy leaves of a magnolia tree, a lock of straw-colored hair wedged between the mottled pages of a Victor Hugo novel, a crescent of soap, a spider the color of a fingernail, the black nets beneath the sea of olive trees, a skein of blue wool, a tea saucer wrapped in newspaper, an empty cracker tin, a bowl of blueberries and heavy cream, white wine in green-stemmed glass. And when you opened your wings to wind across the punched tin sky above a prison courtyard, those condemned to death and those condemned to life watched how smooth and sweet a white cloud glides. Beautiful poem by Sandra Cisneros. She is also the recipient of numerous awards, including a National Endowment for the Arts Fellowship, and is regarded as a key figure in Chicana literature.